Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and welcome to Marketing 105, Sports Marketing, offered by Harper College. This is going to be an overview of what this course is going to be about. You've already looked at it earlier, YouTube, an orientation to the sports marketing, fully online, offered by Harper College. Okay, so now here's a quick overview. Now this class here, for many of you, are interested in going to marketing. Now, there's no prerequisites, so some of you haven't had introduction to business offered by Harper College, or some of you didn't have advertising or marketing offered by Harper College. You won't be at a loss, but you're going to have to do a little bit more reading and just think it through. Some of you have already been exposed to it, no problem. The only difference in sports marketing, so which one are we going to do? Are we going to talk about football, soccer? Are we going to be talking about yoga? Are we going to be talking about walking? All these are sports. When you look at it, this course here is marketing, and when you look at marketing, look at it as a certain niche and certain demographic. So sports marketing basically falls underneath the umbrella of entertainment. Why did I go watch the Super Bowl? I don't want to hear about anything else. I want to escape reality and enjoy myself. Why do I watch baseball or basketball? Why do I walk? Why do I like canoeing? Why do I like fishing? All those things are, for lack of better words, an entertainment. So how do I market to the entertainment? What you'll find out in this course that you're taking at Harper, online, either with myself or another instructor, we utilize these recording lectures for to help you learn. No reason to reinvent the wheel. I record it. I go through the traditional lecture in the classroom, and this is like an added learning tool. Okay, all right. So when I'm looking at marketing for sports marketing, you have individuals that you're trying to sell to. You have corporations that you're trying to either sell to or have them become sponsors. You have what we call spectators. Just want to watch the sport. They don't want to get dirty. They don't want to get anything else. They may not be like myself, a little bit out of shape, but I like to watch it. I get all excited about that. I could pretend I am or visualize myself being embedded into that. And then you have participants, other individuals who love the sport. They may be playing basketball, baseball, softball. I grew up in the city, so it's 16 inch softball. Easy, you don't need a mitt, anything else. You need a bat and a ball, and you're all set. But so when you're looking at this course, I'm going to, that's what this whole thing, I'm going to try to keep this recording under 20 minutes. I'm just trying to sell you into what you're going to learn. You're going to learn a lot. But remember, so how's this class? This is me. I'm going to try to put a new, it's fairly, I think it's 1 or 2 years old picture. I haven't changed that much. Okay, so what do we have? We're going to do an introduction to the class. You're going to have 12 quizzes for 27% of the class, of your grade. You're going to have 12 assignments or article review. I try to do everything current. Remember, part of marketing, my background is in business. I am not a theorist. I'm a practitioner. What we're learning now, what I'm trying to get you to learn now is from here, how would I be able to apply at least some of this knowledge now currently, or how could I apply some of this, understand what's going on. So you're going to have articles, something to do, and assignments. You're going to have 12 weekly discussions. That's 13% of your grade. Remember, especially now, in a lot of the customers or your interactions, it's going to be face-to-face, but it's also going to be in a virtual environment like we're doing now. Okay, you're going to have 12 personal journals worth 7%. This is your own input. I want you to understand, I want you to get the feel, and I'll help you along to see where you're at. Okay? And then a group project. Now, sometimes this class, I use the same recording, will be utilized for my blended classes. The only thing is different. And so, down the road, I think this is a 12-week class, so I have 12 quizzes and everything else. We're going to be working out down the road where we'll start doing a group project. But let's work this out. Right now, the way this class is set up, you're taking myself, another instructor, he or she will basically be found in the same format. They may change the assignments a little different, may adjust the quizzes, but the format's going to be the same. So it's almost like because this is working, I'll adjust to it, and other instructors adjust, but we have the base. All right. So what's this? The book is broken down. If you look at the book, it's the fifth edition. I think it's like I mentioned it earlier in my orientation. Anywhere between $60 and $82. You could buy it at Harper College. That's a community college in Illinois, or you could buy it online, Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Look at the best price. All right. So you have that. You'll it's broken down into the way the author broke it down. I utilize this book. The author previous classes, the sports marketing I talked in the fourth edition. This one I think has been updated since 2014-15. So it's fairly current to what is going on. Some of the examples are still very current, but we'll try to update this in this class. It's going to be a very interactive class. You're going to enjoy this class. You're going to learn not only marketing, the 4 P's of marketing, but you're also going to learn how to apply this to a specific type of a demographic or a social graphic of a group of individuals that they enjoy. You know what I mean? A little more than just the age and everything else. The psychological area. I'm a sports person. I'm very athletic. Or I'm kind of a walker, but I'm still a sports. Okay? All right, so it's broken down to 4 parts. 1, 2, 3. Oops, I got these around. Sorry. Remember, we're live. Those of you who've had me for other classes, you notice I try to keep this current. I'm live. I do very little editing. You get what you get. You know what I mean? So if I make a mistake similar to the classroom, oh my goodness, what did he do? I could edit it, but you're live. This is what makes this class realistic. So it's broken down into 4 parts. Strategic marketing, just tells you a little bit about it. Talks about planning for market selection decisions, which ones you're going to do. And just thinking, some of the jobs you could do, you could work as an internship or work for the Cubs, for the Bears, for the Packers. I'm right here in, because I live up closer to Wisconsin, so I've got both there. No loyalty to, a little more of a Chicago Bears fan, but Packers are okay too. They're neighbors. If the Bears ain't in, I root for the Packers. All right, but when you're really looking at it, it's within this area that you're looking for an individual who enjoys entertainment. It's an entertainment. It's to get away, to escape. Okay. So you have planning. So where I was going at the jobs, you could be working at for a school district. You could be working, for the softball team. You could be working for as a consultant, helping sports bars bring people in. The market. You could be actually working for the larger advertising agencies. You have to understand a lot of the agencies. You want to be current. Even if you look at the Super Bowl, they have their own agencies, the large companies, but they also bring in the smaller individual who has their creativity, has a low budget, but he's creative, comes up with something out of the box, and they buy him. And that's how that person or that agency that he or she represents grows. So you have to get your foot in. So be very creative. Think of it. If not that creative, it's still a good thing. You understand. You're looking at what's happening now, and how could I turn that momentum into people coming to my establishment or name recognition or something that generates some kind of a cash flow or income back to the person who is generating this campaign or sports marketing campaign. In a nutshell. Okay. Next one is planning sports marketing mix. That's the 4 P's again. And the last one is 1 chapter, implementing and controlling the strategic process. So when we go in here, chapter 1 is we're going to talk about the review. Now remember, I'm just going to go through this real quickly now, and you'll always be, my concept maps are available. The authors, publishers' PowerPoints are in there. The sites are in there. You log in, tell them, here, I brought this book here, blah, blah, blah. And I think to give you ability to get into the site, as a student, I'm you're taking this class, and I'll try to have this information available for you. All right? So review of sports marketing. Let me make this just a little bit bigger. Okay? And the concept maps, here's what you usually hear. You're only going to get like 1 or 2 tiers, just so you understand, and then you're supposed to write the rest. People say, hey, I could type it in. Researchers found out to learn more if you use it by writing. So you're thinking, writing, you're moving your hand, and in those fashions, you have a higher probability of retaining information for the quizzes, or if you're just going to be your forte, or you're going to be going to sports marketing as one of your career objectives, or going to transfer into another 4-year university. And we'll get into that later on as we go on in the class. All right, so now I've got the review. Zoom in. I'll put it at 200 so you can see it. Okay? And usually I'll have my face in here. I'm trying to be realistic, trying to be as close as I can. Okay, what is sports market? We'll talk about that, understanding sports industries. Remember, I'm going to go into the chapter later. This is a quick review. Marketing orientation, how did it start? Grow the sports industries, which industries are going up and which industries are going down. Football's going down, but soccer is coming up. And it depends on the culture. It depends what's going on in the society. This everything. Look, I'm not here to bash one or the other, or sometimes how do I bring a sport that is dwindling down? How do I bring that brand or enthusiasm back into that sport? How do I start newer people? You know, I got the older individuals, baby boomers. How do I bring Generation Z to enjoy football? What are they liking? What do they know? I know that this group is here, but now I have to kind of feed them and have my ads and everything else to bring them in. Bring in that cheerleader or that sports figure that he or she wants to connect to. Okay, chapter 2, that's the first thing. It talks about market research, process for conducting market research. We're going to talk about good chapter, good reading, identify various research designs. We're going to have assignments, and we're going to be talking about this in our discussion board. Describe the process for questionnaires and development. What do you want to find out? And it depends on the industry and what you're looking for. Sports bar, I'm asking different questions than I'm bringing in. If I'm looking for a high school team, how do I get more people to come into when our team is playing? How do I generate more revenue for the football, for the school, or for whatever? Okay, understand how to prepare an effective research report. Okay, so that's part 1. So we'll close that off. And now we're going to go on part 2. And part 2 is broken down. These are all chapters. So chapter 3, remember, there's 13 chapters in a book. This is an easy reading book, very updated. Authors did a great job. And then with the discussion and learning and everything else, you'll do well. Define a participant consumption behavior. Describe the psychological factor, and emotions, all this. Identify various external factors. Sorry, I don't need the I in there. See, I correct it as I go. Live. I'm on a low-cut budget here, okay? Influence participant decision-making. Participant, the people who are participating in the activity. Understand the different types of consumer decision-making. I also, Harper College also offers organizational behavior or consumer behavior. Excellent classes. Or instructors, we teach in that. We come from the background, so either you go to Harper College or you go to some other community college. You get the best deal for your money. Okay, discuss situational factors that influence participants' decision making. That's chapter 3. Now, chapter 4, look at everything you're learning. Describe the 8 basic fan motivation. Remember, I'm dealing the entertainment. If I was doing music, what are the fan base here? What are the fan base for soccer? What are the fan base for football or basketball or volleyball or yoga? All those, and you're going to learn. You're going to really be interested. This is a great class. Okay, you'll learn about marketing and plus something that you enjoy about. Understand the relationship between stadium factors and game attendance. What's going on with a lot of the stadiums, and I just throw that in NFL. What's going on? Like the protests or anything else. One thing I could always stress: do not involve politics with entertainment. Starbucks try to do that when they try to tell you, have a conversation with you when I'm getting a cup of coffee. I'm in the morning. I'm just trying. You do what you want. Remember, I'm not going one way or another. I'm trying to do the brand. When people want entertainment, when I watch the TV, even if I'm watching weird movies or sci-fi, I don't want to hear a political. There may be some message in there, but I don't want to see it. I want to enjoy. I want to escape reality. That's an entertainment business. Remember, we're in entertainment. I'm not into political trying to bring a cause, even though you could do that off-site. That's just me. All right, so I'll drop it at that. And it'll be part of our discussion. I'm just trying to get you in. Oh, he's going to talk about this. Excellent. This is what we have to talk about. How do I bring revenues down? Revenues down. You remember, that's not only what's going on with the national anthem. You also have head concussions. You have women. Oh my God! There's a lot of concussions. Is it too dangerous of a sport for my little Johnny or my little Joey or my little Susie? It doesn't make a difference. Do you see what I'm talking about? If the parents feel, how do I change that around? No, we've got new helmets to protect that. We've got instruments that when the kid does have a head blow, it automatically adjusts to the impact. Come on, that's what I want to hear as a parent. That's now, what am I doing? I'm selling a helmet to the sports marketing. I'm selling a product or something. Do you see part of marketing, but I'm getting that group, and not only that, I'm helping the industry or that sports to regain. All that works out. You're going to learn a lot here. Explain sport involvement. You remember, I'm a participant or a spectator. I just like to look at the sport. Discuss the model, fan identification, similarities, differences between spectator and participant. They have some common goals. They have some common things. Remember, I'm trying to motivate them. I'm trying to get them. Remember, what's marketing? Integrated marketing is how to get customers into my business. As long as you got a MasterCard, Visa card, I don't care about the race, color, sexual orientation. As long as you love the sports and you want to buy that and you feel happy and you escape whatever reality, whatever stress you want to escape from, I have done my job, and I bring people in and I make money. You're happy, we're happy, the business is happy, and welcome to sports marketing. Okay, or any kind of marketing. I'm not just trying. Sports is just not. It's that one segment I'm hitting. Okay, this 13, chapter 5. Gotta get you. Describe 8 basic motivation factors. How do I motivate them? We talked about Maslow and everything else, and personal motivation. If you've taken me for intro to business or management, I also teach, or finance. How to motivate stockholders. All that. Hey, how do I get them there? You have to be able to present your story, your narrative, and be able to get people to come in. Explain game attendance. Why did it go down? Was it the cold? Is it the pricing? Is whatever? Yeah, I mean, there's something going on there. Did we upset the brand? Remember, you're looking not only at the brand, but you're also looking at this total industry, the whole sport. What's going on with that? Outside factors, like it or not, you have to adjust to them. That's part of marketing. It's part of business. That's what we call a learning organization or learning marketing. Okay, understanding relationship between stadium factors. Okay, discuss components of sportscape model. Discuss multiple values. Look at all this stuff. Oh man, what the heck? I'm learning all this. Discuss the model of fan identification. How do I identify my fans? Different segments. How do they identify with me? Certain things. What's the core value? Are they patriotic? Are they more middle class? Are they blue collar workers? Are they all? But what sports has more? Look, if I'm looking at tennis is, like it or not, is more of a little more upper class. Even though blue collar likes it, but isn't it a little bit higher on the economic level? The sports, golf, another one, a little bit. But golf is all over. It's kind of interesting with golf. But let's talk about that. You see me? You don't have to be an expert, but I'm marketing that thing. I'm marketing clubs. I'm doing for a company that's selling golf club or something else. How do I bring that in? All this falls underneath the umbrella, but I have to understand the sports. I have to understand the customers. Are they participants? Are they spectators? Okay, now part 3. Now part 3 has a lot of chapters. Sports. Okay, so I've got this. Oh, it's 6. Sorry. Okay, now when you have it, any kind of market, I break it down. We all like sports, but now which sport do you like? Are you a Packers fan or are you a Bears fan? Different types of way to get the individuals, I want to say, a heart, basically pocketbooks, for them to buy my products. Okay, so importance, market selection decision, understand it, compare the various basics for how do I break up this market, age, social, demographics, ethnicity, whatever. Baby boomers, Generation Zs, more women. How do I get more women to certain sports to look at it? How do I get more men to be more active in certain other sports? Remember, this money, because if I get men and women together, then that opens up my. But I got to market them a little bit differently. But it broadens my a base, which helps me sell my products and brings in more sponsors that you're going to find. We're going to learn about positioning, importance, market selection, perpetual map to dissipate any sports entities position in marketplace. Okay. Now chapter 7. These are just look. It's not going to be when you're taking this class, and I've mentioned before, it's an overview. It's gonna. You're looking about like 140 hours extra, so you're looking about 2 hours a day. You got to read the material, do a little research, look at the YouTube, my YouTubes, the discussion. So you're looking at maybe 14 hours a week. Easily done. So if you're looking at 2 hours a day, break that down about 24 hours, you figure about 10, 15 minutes, an hour, a couple minutes an hour. It's well done, more than you think. You just have to be more effective. You're trying to, remember, you're taking this class in 12 weeks instead of 16 weeks. You're taking this online, so you have some flexibility, but this is all the information you need. It's going to give you a good, solid, basic understanding with vocabulary and concept. Define sports products, different products, differentiate between goods and service. English is second language for me, Polish my first language. Certain words I might pronounce a little bit. That's okay. Remember, we're all different and unique. How the sports products and services are categorized. Define branding. Everything else to protect the brand. Nike brand. I don't even have the name. There's a Nike store. Just got their symbol out there. There's a Nike store in there. All right, I have a boomerang, don't tell them that. Guidelines for choosing effective brand names, branding process in detail, advantages and disadvantages of licensing. You're giving somebody else to put to your brand name, but what happens if it's something else that is socially unacceptable? Do you see what I'm talking about? So you got to be careful with the license agreements on that. Identifying dimension of service quality, define product design, explain how product design is related to product quality. Remember, you get what you pay for. Nike, I know I'm going to pay a little bit higher, but I get a better product overall. That's what they're known for, okay? And if I'm using a celebrity to advertise Nike, he or she's got they don't got the junkie. They want the better quality. That's what they're, and they utilize it in their sports, and they say this is what gives them the advantage. And me as a participant, I just look cool. As a spectator, I look cool, but as a participant, I got that feeling, that psychological, that I have that edge over my competitors when I'm playing in certain sports or not. Okay, managing sports product, new products, what's coming out. The ball goes faster, the ball lights up, the ball's got a GPS in my golf ball. I'll never lose them. They come back to me after so long. I got to be, I got GPS, it goes off, I could wind it in. You don't know. I'm just talking about technology. You got wearable clothes. All this is all sports. All coming. It's so interesting. Remember, you're only in one segment. There's so many people that enjoy it, but not all. Right? Everyone's not all into sports, but that segment is who you're going to be targeting. Okay, various stages of new product, and you're going to talk about the introduction, everything else you learn in regular marketing, product life cycle. You charge more, you come up with an idea, you find new markets, factors that will lead new product success, and discusses the fusion of innovation and various type of adapters. Yeah, and those are adapters, both internal and external. Okay, promotional concept. Identify the promotional mix. Remember, I've got a message. My message has changed. Depends on that. You'll learn this in this class. Okay, elements of communicate. How do I communicate? It's not only a newspaper, not print media, not the radio. It's like I'm communicating to you now. We're going to have one of our you're going to have two, just while you're in here, just an overview. The kind of lecture is going to be synchronized online. I'll give you a time, and we're actually going to have people you could talk and see your classmates, and we'll never let go meeting, for lack of better words. Okay? All right, so we've got that. Understand the promotional planning model. Okay, chapter 10, elements, describe each of the promotional mix. Remember the 4 P's doesn't change. It's just to focus on their product place, price, and promotion. All right, understand the basic designing and advertising. How do I advertise? Discuss emerging forms of promotion, different social media, different ways I communicate. I want to use them all. Remember, when you're looking at marketing promotion, I plant the seeds in my advertising. You're looking at frequency, you're looking at exposure rates, you're looking at when. You don't want to be annoying, but just enough to keep on planting the seeds and watering so it grows within here, and they remember your brand or your product is a high quality, low cost, or whatever, innovative. Okay, identify the importance of public and community relationships to sports marketer. It's a key. PR, it's a key. It's a key. Free publicity goes to people when they hear in the news, somebody says, hey, they did such a good job, and it's not a paid ad. A paid ad is by the company giving them their message to you. Publicity is somebody outside the organization talking about it. Hopefully it's good PR. And PR is not haphazard. It is managed in all businesses. You'll find that out if you've taken marketing, or you'll find this out in our discussions. Okay, chapter 11. Sportsmanship, sponsorship program. Importance of sports sponsorship, the 4Ps again. You get my name out there. Where do I get it out there? If you look at the Olympics, McDonald's or whoever, who's out there, who name recognition, as long as you're global, makes sense. If they don't see any money coming back in there, why spend the money? Unless you're giving it because you want to support the sports, but otherwise you're looking more for the advertising, for the name recognition, branding. Design a sponsorship program, and sponsorship sometimes can be in the school. You can support a little league. I'm a local sports bar. I support the local league. Got my name on there, but people say drinking on this, but it's helping get some uniform, get the clothes, gets my name out there. I'm giving back to the community as you get larger and larger to support different organizations that help a larger base. But it's still always the brand. Look how nice this brand is doing. Okay, understand major sponsorship objectives is basically get the name out there, get that good warm fuzzy feeling that you love the Cubs, you love the Bears, you love the... I'm just throwing that out there, okay. Identify the levels of sports event pyramid. We'll talk about that. Evaluate the effectiveness of sponsorship program. Remember, I'm doing that as a form of advertising when I sponsor someone. So I want to make sure that sponsor is good, where it's at there. So I get it. Sometimes I may generate new customers. I may not generate anything, just get my name out there. I do it because it's the right thing to do, but a lot of times it's the right thing to do, and I kind of like to get a little leads. People, hey, I saw you sponsored that. My kid goes to this. I see your company sponsoring my kid's softball team or something else. It kind of feels good. Who sponsored the team? Oh, so and so. Oh, I've never been. Yeah, pretty good food. He's all right. Nice guy. Do you see how you get it? Word of mouth, or you get on YouTube or something else. Okay, chapter 12, pricing. Biggest thing, pricing, like it or not. The reason you're doing everything else, how do I bring the pricing? The price is too high. How do I show value to my clients? Okay, relationship, pricing, values, and benefits. I'm paying more. What the heck? I'm going to... some of the games, have you outpriced your core base, your middle family income? They can't afford, You get a ticket costing me $100. I get a family member of $400. Whoa, man, better be a good game. Do you see where I'm coming from? So you're looking pricing, unless you change your demographic, could afford it, you have to give that, or you get a discount. Remember, you got the higher price because that's how you show your quality, and you give them coupons, discounts to get other people so they could actually feel the sport or participate in the sport. How costs the organization objective impact pricing decisions. Remember, I can only get the best team to pay them if I got the support of people filling in the stadium. The money's not there. I'm going to get a second tier. Okay, competitive environment influence and pricing decision. What are my competitors doing? And not only competitors in the same sports, like if I'm doing football, baseball. What other sports, if I'm looking at football, what's replacing football? Soccer, like it or not, that's more global. They consider that football. Here in the U.S., we consider football here, soccer different. Outside the U.S., football is considered soccer. They figure it's more energetic, more faster, a lot more impact. They don't need all this stuff. Different games, smaller people, faster. We just haven't had a, someone homegrown that plays soccer that we could look up to. Remember when the African community, when Tiger Woods came in there, excellent player, brought in more of the African base. Hey, man, that guy's pretty good. And remember, when those of you had me in classes, I'm not stereotyping, I'm generalizing. That's part of marketing. I break it down in different segments, certain values, certain psychological or ideas or concept, an individual. That group has a higher general ability of that attribute coming up to the top. Got to get rid of that one. All right. And then the last one is fourth in one chapter: strategic sports marketing process. When I'm looking at strategic, all industries have to look in the next 5 years. What's changing? If my ratings are dropping, it's going down. Same thing with stocks. And take me for fine. How do I bring that up? How do I make that turn to bring them up? Something's going on. What I'm doing here not working. Got to change it. Whether I like it or not, I got to change it. Okay, implementing and controlling the process. Implementation phase of sports fits with planning. What fits here? What's my audience? What's my target market expecting. Okay, identify general competencies, important skills, affect sports marketing, manager's process, characteristics of total quality programs, how total quality may be implemented in sports organization. You don't want to have any waste. You want to do everything else. You want to utilize your capital, your resources to its max. Define strategic control fits with implication phases, differences between planning assumption control, process control, and contingency. Whew! Boy, that was a whole bunch there. What do you think? All right, this is the whole thing. I think I've got a half an hour in here, class. So when you really look at it, and the program I'm using is MindJet. It's a program, let's show level 1. So we've covered everything else. This is the overview. My name is Dr. Jordan Mochocki, and welcome to Sports Marketing offered by Harper College. You know what's expected. Figure about 2 hours a day. Well worth it. You'll enjoy this book, easy reading book. Everything else in here broken down. If you had no idea about marketing, you'll learn. If you got marketing, it'll make it easier if you have some intro to business or marketing or advertising classes. Because now some of the concepts I'm just going to brief over. There's no way I could cover everything else in 12 weeks, but you're exposed to everything. And I'll see you in the next. I'll see you for my recording for Chapter 1. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki, and this is Sports Marketing offered by Harper College. Bye. Oh, 30 minutes, not too bad.